Right now, live at 5, President Biden spoke with China's president to warn against helping Russia's war on Ukraine. We're learning more about what Russia has reportedly asked of China. Plus,
UMD professors give an educator's perspective on the Russia-Ukraine conflict. We tell you more coming up.
And an organization in Superior that gives to so many is expanding in hopes of being able to give even more.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Baki. Briggs is on assignment tonight. It's been 23 days since Russia invaded Ukraine, and the United Nations says the refugee count is now at 3.3 million people. Russian missiles continue to strike major Ukrainian cities, and today President Biden gave a stark warning to a key Russian ally not to get involved in the conflict. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
Heavy shelling in Ukraine's capital of Kyiv killed at least one person Friday. Russian forces also struck an aircraft repair plant near Poland's border in the western city of Lviv. The city hall displayed more than 100 empty baby strollers, representing each child killed since the start of the war.
На своей земле.
Russian state TV showed President Vladimir Putin at a stadium rally, saying his country will prevail, though Pentagon and Ukrainian officials say his military remains largely stalled. The U.S. is also pushing back on the Kremlin's claims of using fighters from the Middle East.
We've seen little evidence of recruiting in Syria to bring people back to Ukraine. Not saying it couldn't happen, and I'm not saying that one or two or three or four haven't gone.
At a United Nations Security Council meeting, the U.S. ambassador described Russia's assertions of a bioweapons lab in Ukraine as, quote, malarkey.
Russia's calling for this meeting is a potential false flag effort in action.
Russia has also asked China for help, and today, in a nearly 2-hour-long phone call, President Biden detailed the consequences to Chinese President Xi Jinping should China give material support to Russia.
China has to make a decision for themselves about where they want to stand and how they want the history books to look at them and view their actions.
Friday, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin visited with U.S. and NATO troops serving in Slovakia and Bulgaria. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
As the world reels from conflict in Eastern Europe, local researchers who spent their entire career studying the Russia-Ukraine conflict are now teaching others. This Monday, several UMD professors will speak on a panel about the Russian invasion of Ukraine. The goal is to help more people understand the long-standing history and how it's impacting the world today. CBS 3's Quinn Gorham caught up with one of the speakers today to learn more about why Monday's conference is so important. Quinn, what'd you learn?
Well, the university staff believe they, as educators, have an important role in helping the public make sense of events like this one. And that's exactly what they're hoping they can do in Monday's event. Monday's panel will include 4 professors from the Duluth area, all hoping to shed some light on the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Natalie Belsky, one of the speakers and an assistant professor of history at UMD, says it's important to look at world events like this from a historical lens. Belsky, who was born in Russia, says we can learn a lot about propaganda from looking at both Nazi Germany in World War II and the USSR during the Cold War. In a world with better access to technology and social media, Belsky believes that propaganda machine may be a lot more difficult for Russia this time around.
This is really a test of whether they're going to be the Russian regime is going to be able to exercise that kind of control over media that they've been able to in the past.
While Belsky hopes to talk about the historical context behind the conflict, other speakers will weigh in on geopolitical and cultural issues. University spokespeople say they're proud of their staff for speaking out about the subject and using their expertise to help the public learn more about the issue.
All right, thank you, Quinn. And that event starts at 6:30 Monday night in the UMD library, and anyone is welcome to attend. Well, meanwhile, UMD students were also at Cloquet Middle School today, where they had a unique opportunity to better understand how the human brain works by actually touching a brain. UMD students volunteered their time to teach neuroscience. They used what's called the UMD's Mobile Neuroscience Lab. Students had a first-hand look at the different sections of the brain and how it functions. They even had a chance to touch a sheep's brain. One UMD student says even though she didn't have this resource in middle school, she hopes to inspire kids to get involved in the science field.
It helped me actually guide my career through college, and I'm hoping that having them experience this in middle school kind of opens up the opportunity a little sooner, and they can maybe enjoy science a little bit more.
UMD professor Rebecca Gilbertson started the program in 2015. The mobile lab has served more than 1,000 students since it began. The Ruth Free Store in Superior will be expanding next month, moving to a new location. The store is part of an outreach effort from Ruth House and Walking Victorious Ministries. Officials with Ruth House say right now 40 to 80 people shop there every day, and about 30 people come by every day to donate items. The store provides free clothing, items, books, toys, and much more to people in need. Jack Swanger, a senior pastor with Ruth House and Walking Victorious, says the new location will allow them to give away some larger items like beds, refrigerators, and washers and dryers.
Right now we've outgrown this space, so we can't accumulate a lot of that. We don't have the floor space for it. But in our move, we'll be able to accept more of those types of items.
Pastor Swanger says their tentative move-in date for the store location is April 2nd. For more information on donating or the services provided at the Ruth House Free Store, you can head to our website. Police are investigating a threat made against the Cloquet Middle School. On Wednesday, the Cloquet Police Department said they were notified of a possible school shooting threat. Police said 2 staff members reported getting emails the school was targeted. The threat indicated the event would happen the following day on Thursday. Police immediately began investigating and attempting to locate the source. At this time, multiple people have been interviewed, but no arrests have been made. Law enforcement had an increased presence Thursday at the school as a precaution. No incidents were reported. Police are still working to determine who sent the threat. Well, Dave joins us now for a first check of the weather. Dave, still that kind of gray sky out there, but warmer temps again.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd get at least a partly sunny sky today, and it did get there eventually. It just took a little bit longer to come around. So let's go around and take a look at what's happening around Twig, Highway 53 there. And the sky is starting to blue up just a little bit, just in time, of course, for sunset here in about 2 hours. But 2 hours is better than no hours. And as our weekend unfolds and higher pressure exerts its muscles over our area, it should become milder and a bit sunnier as well. So bottom line is we're looking for a mild, dry weekend as high pressure over our region keeps that low to the south away from our neck of the woods. It's mostly bringing rain right now, and it'd be a pretty decent soaker if it weren't for the protection offered by that high pressure system. There is a low farther to the west, though, that may bring us a rain-snow mix of our own come Monday. For the short term, we are looking for a mostly cloudy sky to redevelop tonight, even with this partial sunshine. Now, low temp of 20 above isn't too bad. Not as warm as the past few nights, but still not too bad, no. Saturday, 45 degrees, the high temp is warmer than normal by at least 5. Partly sunny sky Saturday could give way to a mostly sunny one finally by Sunday. But then we turn about come Monday with a chance for precip, which I'll talk about how long it's going to last in just a little bit.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5 as snowmobiling season winds down. Local clubs are saying thank you to those who made this season possible.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
There are so many options with Medicare. I don't know where to start.
If you're new to Medicare, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota can help you understand your Medicare benefits and choices with this free guide. With 96% of Minnesota doctors and hospitals in the Blue Cross network, plus a broad selection of affordable Medicare plans developed for Minnesotans by Minnesotans, it's no wonder nearly 1 out of 2 Minnesota seniors has a Blue Cross Medicare plan. From Bemidji to Blue Earth, Twin Cities to Two Harbors, Blue Cross has you covered. Call now for your free copy of the step-by-step guide to Medicare from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota. You'll find the answers you need in this easy-to-understand guide. There is absolutely no obligation.
The guide laid it all out so clearly. It helped me understand what Medicare does and doesn't cover and how I could add coverage if I wanted to.
Perhaps you're thinking about a Medicare Advantage plan. Blue Cross has you covered there as well. Blue Cross offers Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage and many other benefits, some starting at a $0 monthly plan premium.
I get to keep my doctor, and I'm saving money. Can't beat that.
My cost for an X-ray was $0.
Plus, select plans include $0 copays on insulin and preferred generic medications. Blue Cross Medicare Advantage plans also provide extra perks at no extra cost. From dental, hearing, and vision benefits to Silver Sneakers fitness memberships, and even benefits for over-the-counter medications.
Thanks to Blue Cross, I understand how Medicare works, my options, and what the cost might be.
So whether you're watching from Worthington or tuning in from Tonka Bay, pick up the phone and call for your free step-by-step guide to Medicare from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota. Call or go online now. You and Blue, because together is better.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Virginia tonight. Spring has certainly been arriving on the Iron Range, and you can see the warmer temps have very much impacted the snowpack up there. Dave will be in with your weekend forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. From Silver Bay to Spooner, snowmobile clubs are reflecting on a great winter season as we take you around the Northland trail by trail. We start things off in Spooner with a message from the Rolling Hills Snowmobile and ATV Club. Yesterday, Washburn County closed all of their trails for the season. Rolling Hills told us they had a very successful season with volunteers putting in more than 800 hours since the end of December to keep those trails in tip-top shape. The club had 13 dedicated groomers who put in that work, and they take pride in having some of the best maintained trails in Wisconsin. Next, we head to Cloquet, where the Wood City Riders are also about to call it a season. They have stopped grooming operations and gates will close next week. Leaders say they had a great year and have a lot of gratitude to all of their volunteers and landowners. The club has more than 50 private landowners who allow trails to cross their lands, and they thanked those who dedicate their time to help groom all of that land. Additionally, the club had 2 new major trail systems open this year and wanted to thank everyone who assisted in those big projects. And we wrap up in Silver Bay, where the Silver Trails Club is looking back on a great year. They say trails farther away from the lake are still rideable, but are warning of potentially icy conditions. The club wanted to thank riders as well as local businesses for supporting them this season. They have 10 dedicated groomers who put in more than 300 hours of their time this season. Leaders say those are the guys and gals who deserve all the credit in making their trails so wonderful. All clubs agreed the snowpack was great this year, and even though spring is here, they are looking forward to next winter already. And we've had a lot of fun over the past 10 weeks highlighting local snowmobiling clubs and the work they put in to make sure you can ride. But as you've likely noticed, many clubs are closing for the season. Bayfield County, Douglas County, the Cable area, and many other Wisconsin trails have announced they are done for the year. Meanwhile, Minnesota groomers are largely stopping grooming and are warning riders to always check conditions before heading out. We will be back with Trail by Trail once the ATV season arrives in just a few weeks. Looking forward to that. And when that time comes, if you or someone you know is part of a local snowmobile or ATV club, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland trail by trail. Still to come on Live at 5, rev up your engines and head to the deck as Motorhead Madness returns. What gearheads can expect after a 2-year hiatus, coming up in a few minutes.
Yeah, what a hit on the snowpack. A week's worth of warm weather has rocked upon our trails out there, but of course, my bike wants to get out of the storage shed and get fired up and go tooling around. Probably won't be able to do that this weekend, but temperatures after a little dial down today, back to actually cooler than normal, will return to warmer than normal for the weekend. Come Monday, there could be a chance for fresh snow. We'll talk about the odds and how much could come across coming up after our break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
6 years, special financing has been extended at Home Furniture. Everything is on sale, and you can finance it for 6 years with no money down and no minimum purchase. Extended savings with 6-year special financing, only at Home Furniture.
Looking for a new garage? Maybe a home or cabin shell? Call Economy Garages to make your visions a reality. With over 40 years experience and over 9,000 buildings built for your friends and neighbors, you can trust us to get the job done right.
Call Economy Garages when you want it done right. Eat it up, drink it down at GB's.
It's cold drafts and crafts.
With friends.
It's fresh food and fun. It's GB's.
The 2022-23 school year is right around the corner, so mark March 18th on your calendar for the Pike Lake Kindergarten registration. Last names A through I come on down from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. and J through Z from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Register for the future class of 2035.
Blue Rock Grill features a seasonally rotating cocktail list as well as an extensive selection of sought-after spirits. Whether you're seeking a quick sandwich for lunch, a nap and a cocktail, or the perfect night out with friends, choose Blue Rock Grill, located next to the Miller Hill Mall.
For a limited time at Homeworld Rugs, when you buy one rug at sale price, you'll get another rug free with many different patterns, sizes, and shapes to choose from. And rug experts in every showroom to help. You'll find the perfect rug. Buy one rug, get one free. Now at Homeworld Rugs.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
You know, maybe it's a sign of spring, and I always hedge my bets this time of year because so many fall springs get snowed upon. But, you know, a sign that real spring is easing towards us, it has become cooler by the lake. Let's get a look at today's high temps. And we fell below normal for a lot of towns around the lakeside communities here. You know, the normal is about 37. Up the Gunflint they got there, but only 36 for the rest of Grand Marais. Only 34 on Park Point, 33 in Ashland, 36 for Ironwood. Reasonably close to the lake there. Farther inland, it was still warmer than normal. Mid-40s from Ely to Orr, down to low 40s in Grand Rapids. Upper 30s Moose Lake. That shows a push of the cooler air, at least a few counties inland. And down towards Siren, still 41. Bottom line is, though, we will recover temperature-wise a bit tomorrow and go back into the low to mid-40s, even closer to the lake. So this warm spell, it's taken a break today for some of us. It should be coming back. Looking at our current conditions, we have 32 at the airport in Duluth. Partial sunshine has finally broken out after hoping all day that I wouldn't be proven a liar. So, yeah, we'll call that a vindication of last night's forecast. The wind currently is easterly southeasterly at 7 miles per hour, and our relative humidity juicy at 82%. Eyeing up the national situation. There goes and does that trick again. Let's back it up and start once again. There we go. Locked on the national Doppler. High pressure in our area hasn't prevented clouds from coming in, but it has blocked the northerly progression of this big moisture-laden low down to our south. So heavy rains are falling for northern Illinois, much of Iowa, southern Wisconsin, and a little band of snow trying to push into central Wisconsin. But the high is keeping it at bay. And in general, our temperatures are still mild, even if they're not as warm as the past couple of days. Well, let's zoom in and take a look and see if any of those clouds spilling into the region are yielding any precip. And it doesn't look like it for our neck of the woods. Clouds are thinning out fairly nicely for a lot of places here in Minnesota, slowly but surely. Wisconsin, the clouds are a little bit thicker, including the Twin Ports. We have to go over towards Rhinelander, though, to see any of those showers creeping up from the south, and they're not very heavy at all. So, again, the high is doing its trick. It's keeping us dry for the weekend, and likely will continue to do so for the weekend, keeping the sky on a partly sunny sky at least here, mild temperatures through Sunday. Come Monday, we do get our final chance. Oh, I won't say a final chance. We finally get a chance for a rain-snow mix. Monday, Tuesday, even Wednesday as the Alberta Clipper comes to call. So, firing up the 7-day forecast, we will see that tonight in Minnesota. It should be mostly cloudy with lows from 17 to 24. Wisconsin and Michigan, Low temps in the lower 20s with a mostly cloudy sky. Then partial sunshine for that neck of the woods tomorrow. Highs in the mid to upper 40s, so the temperatures do rebound a bit. Minnesota numbers should go from 40 to 47, maybe the upper 30s right by the lake. So again, cooler by the lake lingering, which again is a sign that maybe real spring is thinking about coming to town. Well, let's come to the town of the 7-day forecast and say Sunday, sunshine, 47. Then the clouds roll in from that clipper. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 30 to 60% chances for rain snow mixes, Kristen. Again, the models don't indicate any big snow totals, so can't get the sleds out and enjoy those closed down trails. But it may be enough to slick up the roadways. So for 3 days, we'll have to be cautious during the morning and evening commutes.
Yeah, another one of those nuisance systems.
Exactly. It's not a major pain, just a minor one.
Yeah, we can handle it though.
That's true too.
Thanks, Dave. March Madness may be underway, but thanks to 3 Duluthians, Motorhead Madness is back in the Twin Ports. This weekend, the Northland's largest indoor car show returns to the deck, showcasing more than 150 unique and antique vehicles. You may remember the event's old organizers announced they'd be retiring 2 years ago. Between that and the pandemic, the car show was on hiatus. But then 3 locals recently decided to take the keys. One of them told us he could not be more excited.
It's going to be a great show. There's a lot of really nice cars here, and they are shining, I'll tell you. It's really nice. Ghostbusters is one of the fun ones.
Doors will be open Saturday and Sunday. We have hours and ticket information on our website. And part of that money raised will go to the Boys and Girls Club of the Northland. Sounds like fun. A basketball experience like none other is headed to the deck tomorrow. The Harlem Globetrotters will be making a stop in Duluth on their spread game tour at Amsoil Arena at 7 p.m. to watch world-class basketball and full court tricks. You can find a link to buy tickets at cbs3duluth.com. Well, yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, and tomorrow there is a big race in Hermantown to keep the celebration going. The St. Fennessy 4K is a festive, fun run encouraging participants to dress in their best green outfits and enjoy being active in the community. The race starts at 10 a.m. at Hermantown High. You can still register on our website if you are interested in participating. Still to come, after raising awareness and fighting for equality last year, women's basketball is finally getting a more equitable March Madness experience. Details on the new changes after the break.
Come on down to Hannah Johnson Fabrics and Sewing Studio in Lakeside Marketplace. Don't know where to start? Visit our new sewing classroom and studio. Whether you're a brand new sewist or you've sewn for years, we have a class for you at Hannah Johnson Fabrics. We'll help you get your projects going with our huge selection of high-quality designer and specialty fabrics. Our friendly staff will help you find exactly what you need. Come see us in person or register for classes online at hannahjohnsonfabrics.com.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us because it's always good to check in.
Upgrade any space and maximize storage with great closet system solutions at Menards. Designer's Image wooden closet systems are great for hanging clothes and storing accessories in closets or entryway rooms. Or make your storage your own with Decoded Closet's great selection of custom sizes and styles to match your specific needs. Save 11% on all Decoded Closets and Designer's Image wooden closet systems. Right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
How do you become an expert? There's no easy answer. It happens by doing. It happens over time. It happens when you're constantly improving yourself and the projects you're part of. It's an obsession. It's sweating the small stuff. It's creating something new, something better, something that stands the test of time. How do we know? We make it happen. ServPro.
Hi, I'm Steven. your Bauer and CCM skate and stick fit specialist here at Play It Again Sports. The Bauer Skate Lab creates a perfect 3D mold of every hockey player's foot. Stop in today to get your perfect fit.
Trade in! Trade up! And save!
It's time to spread game. The Harlem Globetrotters are coming with an all-new tour. 4 quarters of big plays, ankle-breaking moves, and ball-handling wizardry. Do they dunk? Do they dunk? See the stars rattle the rim in the all-new in-game dunk contest. This is the team everyone can cheer for. The Spread Game Tour is coming. Don't miss the Globetrotters in Duluth on March 19th. Go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com.
When news breaks, be the first to know with CBS 3. Alerting you with our mobile app, taking you live to the scene.
Currently a fire underway.
Bringing you complete coverage on air.
Inside the deck.
Showing you what's happening now, what's next, how it affects you. Focused on urgency. Focused on accuracy. When news breaks in your neighborhood, be the first to know. With live, local CBS 3.
All eyes are on college basketball as March Madness takes over. Today is the first round of the women's tournament, and CBS's Michael George tells us how this year is different with new steps toward gender equity.
With the kickoff of the women's NCAA tournament, here's something we haven't seen before. That March Madness logo is there for the first time. Pro player Carly Samuelson competed for Stanford and welcomes the new branding.
We could not call the women's tournament March Madness before this year. So that's definitely progress. I wish that happened a long time ago.
Among other changes, the women's field will now have 68 teams, same as the men, part of a movement towards gender equity that began last year after Oregon's Sedona Prince posted an eye-opening video.
This is our weight room. Let me show y'all the men's weight room.
The message went viral, and months later, the NCAA released a study finding serious gender inequities. In addition to March Madness branding, women's teams will now have equal hotel rooms, food, and gift bags. Samuelson says the changes are a good start, but more is needed.
For further progress to be made, we just have to continue to give women the same opportunities as the men. More media coverage, making sure the NCAA and other organizations are held accountable for these equity checks and providing the same exact stuff for both men and women.
Scoring points for equality. And she'll score. Through one of the biggest sporting events of the year. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
You can catch the Women's March Madness tournament on ESPN.
On this Friday night, Russia launches airstrikes on the western Ukrainian city of Lviv as President Biden issues a stern warning to China's president about the price his country will pay for helping Russia. Plus, the severe thunderstorm risk across the U.S., nearly 20 million Americans in the path of hail, damaging winds, and even tornadoes. And we go on the road how one woman's mission to help her Detroit neighborhood became a larger-than-life success. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. If you're 45 years or older, talk to your provider about screening options. The best colorectal cancer screening is the one that gets done.
They're a very good support group. They're there to listen and they keep you on track academically. That's what inspired me to continue because they have the bachelor's program after you finish your associates.
Hi, I'm Dr. Roberto Fernandez. I'm an oncologist and hematologist at St. Luke's Regional Cancer Center in Duluth. Developing a relationship with a patient and their families is incredibly important with the diagnosis of cancer. They need to have adequate trust in the care providers that they are working with. From start to finish, it's a journey. You know, when a person is diagnosed with cancer, it's not something that they prepare for. And our job as their oncologist is to really be a facilitator of information, a good communicator, and help them navigate that journey.
Russell, what does this have to do with law?
Absolutely nothing.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app. Stay connected to live local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Friday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up later tonight. Tonight at 5, we were at UMD as professors previewed their upcoming event spotlighting the conflict in Ukraine. Professors from across disciplines will be participating in an education panel on Monday, allowing students and the community to learn more about the historic conflict currently underway. And it is day 2 of March Madness. The Cal State Fullerton Titans will take on the Duke Blue Devils tonight at 6, meaning we will not have our regular newscast. However, if you're looking for us tonight, we will be on around 11 o'clock after the Davidson Wildcats take on the Michigan State Spartans. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We will see you tonight after basketball.